welcome to the Illuminerdi's Marvel Watch-Along for episode 7 of What If, and it looks like we are finally getting Party Thor. I have been wanting this for 3 weeks. I want a light episode. I'm hoping that's what we get. We've had 3 really heavy episodes, so I'm hoping we're going to get a little bit more fun in this one and less, oh, all these characters I like died. Bummer.
Yeah. Will we get Tony dying in this episode? I want to call that now.
I feel like they're just going to kill him in every episode now, right? Like, it feels like a requirement.
He's died, what, 3 times so far in the first 6? Half of the episodes? We're going 50-50?
Yeah, I feel like it's a requirement, and I'm saying that as an Iron Man fan. I'm like,
yeah, right.
Gotta happen. Well, he died like twice in the last one because they showed the snap, too. So
oh,
poor.
God, he did. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Okay, well, so we had Killmonger last week, and he was somehow more badass than he was in Black Panther, which was a pretty impressive feat. What did you think about it, Daniel?
I don't think he was more badass. I think he was.
We got
to actually see his plan come to fruition. I don't think he was far more badass than he was before. It's just now we have the obstacles that were in his way to stop him have been removed. He's been able to take care or dispatch of them individually. Before he wasn't able to because they were pretty much all in the same place all at the same time. This time he was able to meticulously remove the obstacles and continue on. So
I think my more badass argument is he rode a rhino. That was cool. Like,
yeah, okay. I guess so.
Okay.
Everything you're saying is totally accurate, but when he rode a rhino, I'm like, that's super cool. Like,
okay, I can't say no to that because I mean he just came through with that rhino.
Right.
A horrible battle cry, but still great.
Oh, so messed up.
Oh,
Wakanda forever, yeah. You're gonna die soon.
I guess.
yeah.
For the guy I just killed an hour ago.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter. You're all gonna die. Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my God. It's a messed up show, man.
I know, right? We jumped in the first 2 episodes. We're like, this is so fun. Episode 3 came, and then it was like, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah, we were idiots by the first. Like, oh yay! I love Marvel. Thank you for everything you do, Marvel. And then it was like, huh? Oh God, no! And it just got worse.
Thanos got redeemed. Oh, but they killed everyone else. Gotcha. Okay.
And then death.
Yep.
That's pretty much the transition from episode 2 to 3 is just death.
Murder, zombies, horribleness, the usual.
Yeah.
Not the usual. nothing showing up you're not going to be ready for or accustomed to,
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh man, yeah. So What If has been crazy, as we've talked a little bit about here. And I think the next episode's gonna be pretty insane too. Hopefully a little less intense. But the craziness on the other side of the spectrum is kind of what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Say again? I didn't hear you.
I said hope is a cute thing. It's just
yes.
It's hope. And that's all there is to it.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
I just want to say hi to Donnie Pearson and Toku Kid in the chat. Oh man, hey Toku Kid, don't ask about Marvel timelines. It never works well.
Nope.
I was like all the people trying to do the math with Shang-Chi. I'm like, don't bother.
I mean, at least Shang-Chi mostly makes sense, I think, in terms of like his age and stuff like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh hey, are you guys kind of shocked that we're gonna get Shang-Chi showing up on Disney Plus pretty soon?
No.
I think I was maybe shocked at how soon. I mean, because they said it was gonna have a 45-day theatrical window, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited either way.
Yeah, November 12th.
November 12th. We're getting
Longer.
Black Widow October 6th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm excited. I think I'm a little surprised that it's gonna be free as soon as it is.
That's
But
what I said. I was like,
yeah,
wow. I
That's
thought
fair. Yeah,
at
for
least
sure.
they'd
Not
run
Premier
for a
Access.
little. I thought they'd go at least for that Premier Access thing, but they're like, no, we're coming up and we're gonna show it to you because it's Disney Plus
Yeah.
Day. And I was like, but you guys took forever for Black Widow. And then on top of that, I think Jungle Cruise, Lord knows when that's actually coming up. So I'm just like, wait,
that's
why
coming
are
out the
we?
same day. That's
Oh,
gonna be
really?
yeah, it's gonna be dropped on Disney Plus on Disney Plus Day as well.
Oh me, oh
Yeah, for
my.
sure.
That was fun.
Oh
Pirates of
yeah,
the Caribbean
I'm
is
getting
better,
around
but that
where
was fun.
yeah, I'm getting it right now. Where they're saying it's 70 days instead of the 45 now. So
Okay, yeah.
I think I remember when it got like announced that it had a 45-day theatrical window. I don't think they were specific on whether or not it was going to be behind a paywall for that though.
Yeah, exactly. They just said 45 days exclusively in theaters, I think.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily shocked either that it seems like it's longer because it's doing well in theaters. So
Oh, absolutely. It's I mean, considering everything that's going on, it's doing great in theaters.
yeah.
That was I was gonna say, considering what's happening, it's doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
because in other ways it's Marvel's worst.
Yeah. I mean, if
know,
things were
kind of,
normal, this would
theatrical
likely
release.
be close to $1 billion movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. With the way people are spending. Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not shocked that they want to keep it in theaters a little longer than they initially had anticipated. And actually, I'm kind of glad because that seems like a good thing. you know,
for sure.
Can't really complain about that. And we've got some other Marvel news. We talked a little bit last week about the Hawkeye trailer. Daniel, what are your thoughts on the Hawkeye trailer?
Man, okay. I mean, so apparently we're doing Matt Fraction's Volume 4 storyline, the whole I'll Be Home for Christmas. So that's great. We're getting that, which is a little mix of like Die Hard and Hawkeye put together. So I'm loving that. We're gonna get to see Pizza Dog.
Lucky the Pizza
Dog. Lucky the Pizza Dog.
Lucky the Pizza Dog.
It's gonna be a lot that I'm excited for just from the trailer alone. But I am an Illuminerdi fan, and I've been watching pretty much what we've been putting out. If you pick up what I mean.
Nice segue.
Very nice segue.
So we have a little what we know about Hawkeye video that we want to show you guys. Very well done, Daniel. And we can talk a little bit about it afterwards because I think it'll get you guys hyped. It definitely got me hyped. So let's take a look at that.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Illuminerdi. I'm Asher Friedberg, and today we figured we'd talk everything we know about the upcoming Marvel Studios series, Hawkeye. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share to help our channel grow. Marvel recently released the first trailer for the Hawkeye Disney Plus series, and it gave us a great first look at the new Christmas time story. The trailer gave us our first on-screen look at Kate Bishop, the protege of Clint Barton, and the next Hawkeye. In the wake of this trailer giving us loads of new Hawkeye content, let's break down everything we know about the series. The Hawkeye series is set to star both Clint Barton and Kate Bishop. The two of them appear to be set to be in conflict with crime families and figures from Clint's past. Hawkeye at this point in the MCU has been reunited with his family post-Avengers Endgame, and is making up for lost time. During that lost time, however, Hawkeye took up the mantle of Ronin, as he sought justice for those who didn't deserve to survive the snap. We saw this as Ronin took down a group of Yakuza back in Avengers Endgame. In the first trailer for Hawkeye, it appears that the mantle of Ronin has been taken up by Kate Bishop. While I don't expect Kate Bishop to act under the guise of Ronin for long, we can possibly expect a third Ronin to appear in the series. It has been confirmed that Yelena Belova will appear in the Hawkeye series, and she is rumored to take on the mantle of Ronin as well. This could be Yelena's own personal way of getting her revenge on Clint, as she was made to believe that he is the reason Natasha Romanoff died. A new character we are set to meet in the MCU is Lucky the Pizza Dog. In the comics, Lucky was originally a dog owned by a crime family named Arrow, but when he turned on them to save Clint Barton, he was severely injured and lost the use of one of his eyes. From there, Hawkeye adopted him and renamed him Lucky, and from there, the two of them and Kate Bishop became family. I think we can expect to see a version of this storyline take place in the series, as we can see that Lucky is missing an eye in the trailer. Another new character set to appear in this series is the Swordsman, being played by Tony Dalton. This version of the Swordsman is apparently the mentor of Clint Barton, so sort of like Kate's grand mentor. The last confirmed character we'll be talking about is Maya Lopez, aka Echo, an Olympic-level athlete who is also deaf. In the comics, she has near photographic reflexes, and her accuracy is comparable to that of Bullseye. Not to mention, her acrobatic skills are very reminiscent of Daredevil's. Echo is set to play a fairly decent-sized role in the series, and likely in the future of the MCU, as she currently has a spin-off series in development. Echo has quite an interesting lineage in the comics, and it's something fans of the Daredevil series will be interested in. If you watch Daredevil, you likely became familiar with the character of Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. In the source material, Wilson Fisk is the adopted father of Echo. Lately, rumors have been swirling that Vincent D'Onofrio will be reprising his role as Kingpin in Hawkeye, which is backed up by him continuing to like posts on Twitter about his alleged appearance. These rumors coincide with the rumors of Daredevil himself returning in Spider-Man No Way Home. Something I am able to reveal today is that it's confirmed that Hawkeye and Spider-Man No Way Home take place concurrently in the MCU's timeline, being Christmas time. So if Daredevil and Kingpin were to appear in the MCU, this would be a smart way to go about it. It would perfectly explain why Kingpin and Daredevil weren't directly clashing, and that's because Daredevil would be off doing Spider-Man stuff. A rumored appearance for this series also includes Trickshot, the cousin of Clint Barton, who is also an archer. In the comics, Trickshot uses his skills for his own personal gain. Barney Barton even took up the mantle of Hawkeye once in the Dark Avengers. We could see Valentina Allegra de Fontaine maybe try to recruit him for her new team. The Hawkeye series appears to be Clint Barton's final bout, as his motive in the series is to get back to his family for Christmas. Fact is, Clint's been wanting out since Age of Ultron, so it isn't surprising his character likely wants to retire. We can expect to see him train Kate Bishop, who already seems to be a skilled archer, to be the best and become the next Hawkeye. This series looks to be very different in tone compared to prior Disney Plus series, and that's something I'm very excited about. We haven't had a Christmas MCU project since Iron Man 3, and frankly, I miss it. What were your thoughts on the first trailer for Hawkeye? Are you excited to see Kate Bishop join the MCU? Do you think Kingpin will make an appearance? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share to help our channel grow.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm even more excited for Hawkeye than ever before. I mean, that trailer was epic, and a lot of the stuff that is rumored to be in it, or that we know for sure, just outstanding.
Yeah, no, and I gotta say too, I mean, as excited as I am for obviously Jeremy Renner to come back and finally get his own solo project after a decade of being in the MCU, Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop is going to be killer.
She looks amazing.
She looks so good. I mean, the suit, the action, and
the snark.
The snark, classic.
Yeah, right.
No, it's great. After it was funny on my extended forced vacation, I finally saw Bumblebee for the first time with her, and she was great in that, and that got me even more excited for her in this. So bring on Haley Steinfeld.
No, she's fantastic. I've seen clips of her from Dickens, Bumblebee. Well, she's in like one of those Pitch Perfect movies, I think. Like she is able to do a lot of different genres, and I'm really excited that we're gonna get to see that in Hawkeye. Plus, like, I'm just excited to see Hawkeye that's a little more fun and less serious. He's like oddly serious member of the Avengers when he's really not in the comics.
Maybe a dad joke here or there.
Yeah, right? Like just dad jokes. That should be all his dialogue.
Like Paul Rudd in that What If episode.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
that was amazing. Oh my god.
No.
That was great.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm so excited for Hawkeye, and we actually will be moving the Hawkeye watch along to Twitch. So the next Marvel watch along series is going to be on Twitch instead of YouTube.
That's right.
Just so you guys are aware. So We'll still be up all night watching Marvel with you guys. It's on a different platform.
Yay!
For me, it'll be another game of what location is Richard in now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should move every episode and we can start a poll. Yeah.
Yeah, here's another idea. No.
No, I think that's how we'll do it. I think that's gonna be that. In fact, we are gonna have like a little song and a logo that shows up.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
I'm surprised.
Where is Richard now? It's gonna
I feel like you just got outvoted, dude.
I shouldn't be shocked. It only took 9 months for me to have to do something ridiculous on this show. It happened on It's All Connected, and now it's happening here. So
be fair, you just pitched this yourself. You have no one else to blame.
As per frickin' usual.
Yeah, it's 100% the MO of our situation.
Yeah. Look, man, you're loved on a level that you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some exciting leaks the last couple days with some of the movies coming up. Spoiler alerts for anyone who doesn't want to be spoiled for Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Potential spoiler alert, because we still have no idea if it's actually true or not.
If you don't want to be spoiled, I'm kind of like, why are you here? Because, I mean, think about what we do. We are synonymous with spoilers and giving you speculations that happen to be spot on. So I'm just
that's the really tough thing about this job is like we try to avoid spoilers as much as we can, but it's kind of I try to. I really do. Like with all the Spider-Man stuff specifically, I'm just trying to let it go in one ear, out the other, and trying to go into No Way Home as fresh as I can. I know, tall order. I said it on Twitter yesterday.
You're gonna have to get hit in the head with a brick to go into Spider-Man No Way Home without knowing what's going on. You're gonna have to walk in and be like, I don't remember my name. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Do it.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, do it. I had to get one of my voices in here there.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
I want Paul Rudd soon. I want a dad joke in a Paul Rudd voice.
I gotta watch through that episode again. I'll
practice that for next week.
Yeah, give me another couple watch throughs of that. I'll get it.
All right. So we had some fun leaks, we think, from Spider-Man No Way Home that we have another video for you guys to watch that kind of really breaks down what these leaks seem like they could entail for the movie. Again, spoiler alert, guys, but kind of what Daniel said. Here at the Illuminerdi, that's sort of what we do.
Enter at your own risk.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Illuminerdi. I'm Asher Friedberg, and today we're going to be discussing some Spider-Man No Way Home leaks. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share to help our channel grow. I will also issue a spoiler warning now for anyone who doesn't want to know anything going into the third MCU Spider-Man film. Are we all ready? Good, let's go. Today, we're going to be talking about some photos that are floating around Twitter, and while I can't show them all, I'll do my best to describe the images we saw. The leaked images we'll be talking about pertain heavily to both the Spider-Verse as well as the possible formation of the Sinister Six in the MCU. The first few images we'll be talking about that we can show have been going around for a little while now, and that was our first look at Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Jamie Foxx as Electro, and a new look at Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. Our first look at Green Goblin showed us an older and much more disheveled Norman Osborn. Osborn can be seen wearing a green suit with a purple hood on. We could be seeing a more comic-accurate version of Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin this time around. Our first look at Electro gave us a much better design for Jamie Foxx's character. The first time we saw Electro, he was blue. This time, his skin colors changed back. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Illuminerdi. I'm Asher Friedberg, and today we're going to be discussing some Spider-Man No Way Home leaks. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share to help our channel grow. I will also issue a spoiler warning now for anyone who doesn't want to know anything going into the third MCU Spider-Man film. Are we all ready? Good, let's go. Today, we're going to be talking about some photos that are floating around Twitter, and while I can't show them all, I'll do my best to describe the images we saw. The leaked images we'll be talking about pertain heavily to both the Spider-Verse as well as the possible formation of the Sinister Six in the MCU. The first few images we'll be talking about that we can show have been going around for a little while now, and that was our first look at Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, Jamie Foxx as Electro, and a new look at Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. Our first look at Green Goblin showed us an older and much more disheveled Norman Osborn. Osborn can be seen wearing a green suit with a purple hood on. We could be seeing a more comic-accurate version of Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin this time around. Our first look at Electro gave us a much better design for Jamie Foxx.
All right, so it looks like we got 5 members of the Sinister Six.
5.
Yeah, so who's gonna be the 6th? What do you guys think?
I know that's.
It's
Venom. Damn it, it's Venom. I don't know.
The pie in the sky guess. Good one.
Even actually getting excited for Venom 2, I'm gonna go see Venom 2 in theaters because Venom 1 is a fun time. It's just a fun movie.
I agree with you, but you'd be shocked how many people in the nerd world community or universe will tell us that we're idiots and that we deserve death.
There is a difference between a good movie, a fun movie, or
both. Yes!
I'll give you that. I'll 100% give you that. I'm holding my opinion because I have not seen it yet. I'm planning to watch it this weekend. I will let you guys know next week.
I have seen about 90% of it. I want to do a full watch through and get it done before Let There Be Carnage comes out, which still
90%.
Just get the end or the beginning?
I think a couple bits just in the middle. But I know basically what happens. And still, can I say, stupidest title for a sequel I've ever heard, but that's another rant for another day.
Really? That's the stupidest? There's definitely worse.
It's up there. But regardless, no, I'm excited for that one. Who I think is the 6th member of the Sinister Six, I'm going Mysterio, because they talked about him at least twice in the first trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. There's been all that merch leak of those designs and the logos saying "We believe Mysterio" and everything.
Yeah.
I think they're pointing to him too much for there not to be a chance that he's in the movie. And it's Mysterio. We don't know for sure if he died at the end of the last movie. He could totally come back.
He's such a dick. He probably did fake his death.
He would totally fake his death.
Yeah.
I personally think Vulture would be cool. I think Vulture would be cool.
I would kill to see Vulture again. He's one of my favorite Spidey villains. But and I wish they would have done more with Scorpion, honestly, because I was really looking forward to see where they were going to take him. Yeah. But at this point, I am leading Mysterio.
And if they wanted to round out all of them from the Sony Spider-Man movies, it'd be Rhino. You know?
Paul Giamatti. Oh my God.
Paul freaking That man is America's
that was just ridiculous.
That man is a great actor. Character actor. I forgot it was him. That's how good it is.
Oh man.
That was a ridiculous role.
No, I'm so excited for Spider-Man. Every time there's something new about Spider-Man No Way Home, you're like, how is this a movie? I'm so excited.
Seriously, how is this a movie that actually exists? That's what I ask every time.
I mean, you watch it and you think to yourself, what if? I'm thinking to myself, why don't we watch What If?
Right.
Well, we got one more thing to talk about before we get into that, but good segue. Another movie that has that similar vibe of how in the heck is this going to be a movie? Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now, earlier tonight, there was a tweet that looks like, and is apparently a leak from the movie. Big spoiler alert, guys. It looks like we're getting Patrick Stewart back as Professor Xavier.
Wow. I mean, if this happens, I'm not counting on anything until I actually see the movie. I'm taking that one the same way I take Spider-Man No Way Home. If we get that, I mean, absolutely insane, total game changer for the MCU. I mean, Patrick Stewart was amazing. I mean, James McAvoy obviously did a great job in the newer movies, but Patrick Stewart's one of the OGs. He helped bring the modern superhero movie era into existence, like him and Hugh Jackman. So, yeah, I mean, if that happens, I'm so down.
Yeah, definitely check out the article on the Illuminerdi for more details about that. But essentially what happened is there is a tweet that has an image that says to be a pre-visual effects Charles Xavier, and it looks like it's very clearly Patrick Stewart, but it looks like he's sitting in the hover chair of Professor Xavier that is from the X-Men animated show and the comics.
The yellow
Also,
cat?
just real quick, thank you, Donnie Pearson. That's Sir Patrick.
Yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart, 100%.
That show was great.
Yeah,
The
those
quality
commercials
on
with
the
him
image
and Mark Hamill.
is not top notch, but to be fair, a lot of leaked images are never like perfect quality.
They rarely are. They
And
rarely are.
with it being pre-visual effects, I'm even more willing to give it a little bit more leeway. And again, this is a leak from a tweet, so we do take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. But
Oh yeah,
I mean, the chair looks good, you know. So that's kind of the thing that I'm most excited for. I'm also curious what version of Professor X this is. Is it the one from Fox X-Men? Is it a different one? Because there's been
is it
rumors.
Logan?
Yeah, right. There have been rumors of Patrick Stewart returning to be Professor Xavier. There have also been rumors that we're going to get a multiverse Illuminati in this. So could those be connected? And then the rumors, of course, of the what if characters that are going to drop into live action. I mean, I've heard
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Carter, and I mean, logically, I would guess Doctor Strange Supreme.
Yeah, we could totally see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That would be the third different character Benedict Cumberbatch has played in the live-action Doctor Strange movie, along with Dormammu.
Oh yeah, that's true. Dormammu. Yeah.
I love that he did Dormammu. That's hilarious.
Me too. That's amazing. He just loves doing CGI, mocap stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, they were like, "Look, Smaug, and now this," and he was like,
Exactly.
He was like, "I'm ready," and then they put him in.
Yeah. Side note, I got to meet him once while he was filming Black Mass. Super nice guy. He was awesome.
Was he talking to you in the accent the whole time or no?
Oh, God, British accent, just totally.
Oh
British.
no, I thought he was going to be Boston.
He is British.
God, I
thought he was going to be Bostonian for you.
That would have been amazing, but no.
Oh.
But great guy.
Wicked fun.
I mean, he read like Shakespeare sonnets during quarantine. Like, how is that not someone that you're just like, you're so nice?
Exactly.
Yeah. Moving on.
But wow. All right.
I'm playing.
Getting into what if, we did see in the mid-season trailer, that Thor and Doctor Strange Supreme are going to be interacting, and Thor specifically references zombies. So I'm really curious if this is going to be the episode that we finally move into the kind of, oh crap, all of this is culminating into a single end, or if that's going to be the next one, because it's got to be soon, right? Like, unless
there's only 3 episodes left.
Yeah, unless the last episode is like an hour or something. I'm like, you kind of have to have a 2-parter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I mean, dude.
And here's what I'm looking forward to seeing the most, because we know there's an episode that got bumped to season 2. I want to find out which exact episode it is, because we still got the one where Tony's being hunted by Gamora. We got the post-apocalyptic Ultron Black Widow thing, and I think there's at least one more that we haven't seen.
Tons of footage of Ultron and Black Widow in the mid-season trailer. We
For
did
sure. So
see Grandmaster in the mid-season trailer, but I'm predicting that's for this episode.
Yeah, and Tony on Sakaar. That's the other one.
Yeah, personally, I'm guessing here, this is literally only a guess, because we see Gamora in the lineup for this Guardians of the Multiverse thing, I would assume we would need her backstory.
Well,
I'd assume so too.
My thing, as far as predictions, is that we are going to watch this episode. So why don't we just battle right now?
All right. So what if Thor was an only child?
Oh yeah.
And the thumbnail actually looks like it's Thor and Captain Marvel.
That's what it looks like to me.
All right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let me know when you guys are ready, and we'll count it down. And finally, get to episode 7 of What If with Party Thor. I'm so excited for an intergalactic party that destroys the world. It's perfect.
This is gonna be nuts. That's
All right.
Ready when you guys are.
All right. Let's count it down. We'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
All right.
And we're not skipping the intro because Richard loves it, right?
Yeah, we never skip the intro.
Like you guys don't.
Richard,
Oh,
you like straight up
I
sang along
skipped the
one
intro.
time.
You did.
Man, when Black Panther showed up in the intro, I was like, okay, that hit different last week when Killmonger killed him.
Yeah. Ouch. I want to see what other Watcher banter we get after the zombie one.
Right?
Well, I just wonder how much we're going to see the Watcher in this one.
And if you guys watching are interested in kind of the creation of this Watcher theme song, we are going to have our exclusive interview with the composer for What If after the episode. So you guys can get a little bit more insight into her composing for some of the different episodes, how she combined Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy for episode 2, and how she created this like Watcher intro music, which is very, very cool.
As well as like we're getting a ton of people back in this episode. I saw Natalie Portman, Kat Dennings, Seth Green, Karen Gillan.
Kat Dennings, yes. I mean, they can bring in literally every alien.
Oh, absolutely. I saw Taika Waititi in there.
Yes. We did see Korg in the mid-season trailer, so that seems more likely that this is where I'm hoping we get Grandmaster here. Like, we got it. He has to be DJing this party.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, there was that clip that released earlier that showed him for a second.
Sweet.
Okay, here we go.
Darcy! I love Darcy so much. I just want a Darcy in Agent Woo show.
Oh, that has to happen.
Right? What is she doing?
Wow.
First try. There's like
First
20
try.
shells.
It's like the Lego movie. Pow. Wham.
Yep.
Kazap.
How does she have the phone number for S.H.I.E.L.D.? Oh my god. It disintegrate. Has Thor done this before?
Dude, what happened to Thor in this series?
Well, it based on the clip that was released earlier today, it said that Thor is an only child, so Loki wasn't adopted.
Vegas. Wow.
Oh, come on. This makes
If you're going to
sense.
show up to show an
This makes
intergalactical party, Vegas.
Wow.
With the Warrior Threes. To party!
How much fun must this have been for Chris Hemsworth to do?
The party,
Right?
friends.
It's
Oh my
like,
god, this is great.
It's like, remember Thor Ragnarok? Okay, now that times 10. I love these.
He's
Like
so
these
cool.
little...
And I like how they're a little bit like different visually.
What did Loki do to him?
That looked like the... Whoa.
You mean he did the thing that he probably should have?
He made the right decision instead of maybe a little bit of a slightly wrong one.
A little bit of kidnapping?
Kidnapping much? That's not Rene Russo, right?
I
So-
didn't see your name.
Yeah, I didn't see her name either.
Oh god.
I just had a
women think-
flashback to frickin' Snyder Cut. With
That's
the
what I just
sing-
said. That's why I was like, more women singing.
Oh, no. Wow.
I love it.
Look at his hair.
What the f...
Wow, this Heimdall hates him apparently.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah, I mean he's Party Thor. Come on. Completely irresponsible.
I love Sif.
Oh. Was that a full Infinity Gauntlet behind him?
They had a fake one, remember?
Well, oh yeah, right. It was. That
Yeah,
was full.
right.
I'm sorry. Has this Odin not like conquered a bunch of
Ouch.
places? Because Odin, his store's like Odin hasn't done anything.
I love the pineapple shirt.
Thunder hug.
Do I get to hear the voice?
Scroll.
I was like, do I get to hear the voice? Nope.
Wow.
My stuff. Dude.
Do you think this is how Coulson saw him in episode 3?
It had to have been.
It was. It was. Everyone. It's the same way.
He's like, his hair is glorious.
Wow.
Dang, Howard, that's harsh.
That was cold, Howard the Duck. And they're just like, stupid as Guardian.
So
Wow,
because
he's a dick.
Party Thor,
He's the worst.
we get Scrolls and Howard the Duck.
I believe me, I'd love
And-
someone else to rule, but it can't be you.
The
You're
melt
just
stick.
the worst.
Did you see the melt stick?
Yes.
Yep,
Yes. Wow.
dude.
Thunder Boy.
Should have brought Zachary Levi for that. Back for that.
I named him
Oh.
Gary.
He's so lying.
Yo, hey, that's the smoothest way to get
My-
things done.
Oh my god.
Lie all the time, my friend. They're teaching us how to pick up.
Oh my god, I am loving this music change right now. Darcy, your date can't be a duck. Come on, buddy.
Wow.
Yes,
there we go.
Grandmaster DJ.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, Goldblum. Wow.
Cool.
Hey,
Yes.
cool.
Mama needs a brand new eye.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
Of course, this
Drax.
is set in Vegas.
Valkyrie.
Darcy! Come on, man.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Are you surprised he was able to get a tattoo?
A little bit.
No,
Right?
no.
Is that a bunch
Are
of
those-
goats?
I think they're chinchillas.
Wait, that looked like Fury.
He fell off the bed. Uh-oh. Crossbones. Rocket!
Well, I'm lo- oh, oh shit.
Where's Nick Fury?
Where is?
Oh no.
Oh crap.
Fury!
Spicoli.
Is Fury gonna get murdered? Korg! Oh my
I
god.
was gonna say, did Korg murder Fury?
Korg just murder Fury? I literally was thinking that. He thought it was a rabbit and too. I'd be like, can I put pants on? That would be a much better excuse.
Seriously.
Partied. Party hardy.
Good, Coulson.
Jane.
Wow.
Darcy, you married a duck. You get no judgment.
That's
Look,
weird.
a duck can be a good thing. I think Howard can treat her right. You know?
Howard drinks a lot and is a duck.
Okay. I mean, have you seen Mad Men?
I'm sorry, are you trying to say people from Mad Men are a good choice for a husband?
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I mean, they drink, they smoke in front of your children. It's fun.
Oh my god. Are you calling a podiatrist?
Are you calling a podiatrist?
Oh my god, we're getting Captain Marvel versus Thor. I
Oh
love Darcy
Lord.
so much.
This is gonna be
Yeah,
The
fantastic.
Sovereign. Wow.
What?
Yes!
What?
What's up, Loki?
Oh my god.
Oh my
They're
god.
best friends. I'm calling it right now.
They are. Here comes the smile. Yes!
Yes!
Wow.
What is happening right now?
What is happening?
Forever.
Greatness.
Gross.
Shooting stars don't make that noise. Did you see it labeled France? What
I was
that?
just wow.
Like, I love that. I love that.
Oh no.
Is Loki supposed to be that tall?
Well, he's a frost
I guess it's a frost giant, full frost giant now.
So like
Yeah.
White snake.
White snake. Wow. Very
Wow.
incorrect.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Wow.
She's gonna cave your face in.
Literally. Good
Yep.
call.
I know I knew that because that's what I would do in that situation.
Oh wow. You would. You know what? I said it once before. You definitely are
Miss Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
'Cause, yeah. I can see you do that.
Bam. Yep.
Yes, I can see you do that as well. Yep. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh crap.
Who is our Thor? Is it Richard? I don't know.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Babe, it's gonna
Time
hit
out.
you in the back. Come on.
Yeah. See, that looks like a Richard move.
You want me to put the hammer down?
I love that his horns are made of ice.
Yes.
Right.
Catch it and break it like Hella.
Wow.
What?
Nice.
I love the little. Oh my god! I love the whole map kind of feel.
Oh no! Correct Stonehenge.
Wow.
The map thing is so weird. It's cool, but it's weird.
It's great. It's very
I don't know what these are. No one does. Amazing. Okay, that
Really?
was just rude.
That's just a
I don't.
dick move.
Yeah. If
he's Party Thor. He's a dick.
Oh, that was the wrong call, buddy.
Yeah, she's gonna knock him into the next
Do you
realm.
think she can pick up the hammer?
There's no doubt.
Wait, how is he worthy of the hammer? He sucks.
Oh,
He does suck.
You got a point.
This is kind of a cool fight.
I did not expect to like this fight as much as I am.
Me too. Whoa.
Also, do you feel like Captain Marvel is a better choice for Guardians of the Multiverse than Party Thor?
Yeah, but I think she's gonna be part of it.
Ooh,
Isn't she?
I like this music.
Okay, this looks like some Dragon Ball Z stuff.
You
I
just
mean, look,
like
they went into the desert to fight. It's definitely Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah.
that's also very thoughtful. You threw
What
my
the
hair. I love it.
My hair is not to be meddled with.
Yeah, she can just move your hand, dude.
How about you? I love that.
Wow.
It's a fun battle. Oh my!
Who dat?
I'm gonna have to. It has to be someone.
Right? I was thinking like it'd be a waste opportunity if it's not someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, you know what? It may be
Oh
was
my
it,
god.
Valentina.
Oh, maybe
Val?
that'd be cool.
Oh my god.
Wait, but was she blonde or brunette? I don't know.
Brunette.
Brunette
Oh,
with
then
the
maybe Valentina.
color at the end. Wow.
How old are you?
12. Wow.
You just met her. I love Darcy.
Not. Kappa Kappa frat. Wow. Rude.
Oh wow. Okay.
Amazing.
Wow.
This music this episode is killing me.
Gary.
Wow.
Say what?
Love you.
Dude. You've known him for
Okay.
2
Thor,
days.
Thor put it down then. Apparently, I'm like.
I'm sorry. I love the fact that instead of saying kill him, they say let's kaboom him. You have no power, babe.
Well, I mean, they said, nuclear power, like her punch is like a nuclear bomb. So let's boom.
Really? Gross.
Loki. Ew.
That's creepy.
Yeah,
Idiot.
I figured that would happen. Why would you break your phone?
Bravo, Kat Dennings.
Wait, where is Heimdall? Like, he is sleeping on the job of babysitting.
Yeah, I'm like,
He's
he's been
asleep at
sending
the
everyone
wheel.
that way.
Oh
What?
my god.
Dude.
You melted her arm off.
Wow.
Bravo.
Ah!
Oh,
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, where the heck is Heimdall? This
Ooh.
is way too much.
Nice.
Korg.
Wow. Freaking Korg, man.
Shoo.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, knew it.
I still don't get how he is worthy of the hammer.
Yeah, that's a gray
there's a
area
lot
for
of
sure.
questions. There's a lot of questions. Like you said before, where's Heimdall?
He was literally asleep. No.
Whoa.
She's got
Okay,
a
Thor the Dark
sentence.
World.
Did you just toss her back because you didn't want to deal with it? That's not cool.
No, I think he sent her to where he is.
Oh, okay.
Siberia.
think-
Okay.
Or maybe where Frigga is, hopefully.
Maybe?
There, yeah. Gotta tell his mom.
Tell the mom.
That doesn't sound right. You're mellow?
Wow.
Okay, Maria Hill, chill the F out. Maybe don't get drunk while you're telling his mom. She'll be fine.
Maria, why are you such a... Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. Don't you hate when polar bears ruin your lie?
It happens so much more than you would think.
No.
Dude, just stop talking.
Wow.
Oh. Ooh, you oversold it, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
It's a spear.
That it is.
Tiny Thunder. Uh-oh.
Wow, the greatest slingshot. That's not good. Nelly is going to be so mad that they did that to St. Louis.
Trash.
Really?
I mean, hey,
On his
he
cape.
has a meal at Burger King now, so he's very relevant.
Oof.
Thor oversold his lie.
Mm-hmm.
You think? Peace.
Also, it's
Wow.
really just your guest's job to clean up the party you threw. That's not a thing.
Yeah, you're Party Thor. You should know the ethic.
It is Mantis.
Oh wow.
Yondu. Wow.
Yes!
Keeping the scoots.
Does anyone else want to see... Is she going into Thanos? Amazing. I want to
Wow.
see the scooters in Thor: Love and Thunder. I want to see the Grandmaster
Yes.
riding a scooter.
But my thing is, so is Heimdall sending all of them home?
No, they had their spaceships, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It was okay.
Are you running? I would leave. That would not indicate to me that I should be helping to clean up.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Like, how long does it take to travel? Like, usually.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, look, the Ice Bros helped. No, that's a... No, Thor.
You did that wrong. Wow.
See how the labels are letting us know where they are and what's happening?
I'm sorry, the drama of this moment is ridiculous.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yes.
Amazing.
This is such a cartoon.
Wow.
What the hell is happening?
Thor's a genius.
They brought the Snuggie into the MCU.
Right? Like, out of everything he could be interested in, it's the Snuggie.
That's
Captain Marvel just... What,
oh.
wow.
Wow.
Why is she helping?
Well, it's an easier way to get them out.
Frigga...
Also, we've heard
Frigga
Captain
knows...
Marvel more in this episode than in the entire MCU combined.
Oh my god. Frigga knows who Captain Marvel is. What did you do to your hammer? That's what blew your cover? Really?
Wow. Nice.
Oh my god.
It wasn't the cool thing to do.
Cools.
It's very interesting. They didn't do the dyed eyebrows on this one.
The what?
His dyed eyebrows.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, they did it for the last time we saw Thor, but they
Yeah.
didn't do
I'm
it
sorry.
for this time.
I got stuck on a planet of unicorns. wow, he looks like fully
It
there.
still worked.
Okay. Wait, what?
Here we go.
Oh shit. What the?
Look, he's got him.
But that's Vision.
No, that's
Yep.
Ultron.
Oh,
No, that was Vision.
Vision's body, yes.
Vision's
That's
body was
right.
supposed to be Ultron's
That's right.
initially,
That's
remember?
right. That's right.
Oh my god.
Ultron with all of them. Yes.
Ultron with all of them. This is our big issue. This is the thing that's going to bring everything together.
We finally got the bit. So it does look like we're gonna get probably like a 2-parter. Nice.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a 3-parter.
It's
No, there's 2 episodes left.
Well, but it started
With
here.
this one and the next
Oh
one.
yeah.
Even though it is the ending.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay, so this makes sense. This makes sense.
Wow.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed having I was right though. Lighter episode. Ridiculous.
Definitely a lighter
Absolutely
episode.
ridiculous.
I loved every moment. I loved every moment. Wow. It was good. It was fun. It was kind of, hey, it's carefree. You're enjoying watching it. Oh
my God,
wow,
Richard.
You should clearly press mute at some time during things.
It's so loud.
We can just hear like it was like the air escaping. And it was,
oh my god!
I literally was like, why is there a baby crying in here? What's happening?
Wow.
It wasn't the baby.
It was Richard again.
Crying for attention.
Oh. Before
it
we
was
get
saying,
into the
help
episode
me.
itself, let's look at that interview with the composer for What If, because this episode had a crazy amount of music. So I would love to hear her get into how they kind of do the genres and play with all of that stuff.
Okay.
I just like to start by saying this show is so amazing and the music is just absolutely phenomenal.
That's great. Thank you. I love Illuminerdi. That's, I think, the best outlet that I've heard today, at least in title. So that's cool. I appreciate your thoughts. I really, really do.
How do you approach each episode with them all being kind of like a mini movie with a different genre?
I think that's how you approach it. You know, they are mini movies in a different genre. So, you know, the trick of this one is to figure out, how are you addressing the genre? How are you going to lean into the genre? And then how are you going to reference the movie, or are you going to reference the movie? And those are the kind of the decisions that are made for each and every episode.
Yeah, and you get to kind of play with these already established Marvel themes, which is very, very cool. How much freedom did you have in making some of the changes that you do?
I think I had total freedom. I mean, there were certain things that were obvious, like Captain America appears, you want to hear his theme. Guardians of the Galaxy, you want to hear that theme. For, you know, for a lot of the Wakanda stuff, you want to hear Killmonger, you want to hear a Killmonger theme. I mean, that's, you want to give people that. You know, you don't want to deny them that. And that's part of what makes Marvel movies fun and why score has such a significant function. However, we're not remaking Black Panther, and we're not remaking Guardians of the Galaxy, nor are we redoing Captain America or Doctor Strange. So then the question is, well, what are we doing? And how do things evolve to really match what we're doing?
Yeah, can you talk about like kind of the inspiration of the Watchers theme? Because that's like the newest one that we've really seen, that we consistently see through the show.
It is indeed. You know, I thought a lot about that theme, and I definitely knew that the Watcher was going to be around. And so I wanted to have a theme that felt complete in and of itself, but had a very recognizable handle or leitmotif. So for the theme, the thing that you hear and the thing that you hang on to and that keeps getting repeated is that simple 4-note motive, da da dee da. I started out thinking a lot about mysterious music. And so I thought about, Twilight Zone, obviously. Um, and but I also wanted the piece to have a lot of energy and a lot of possibilities to go any which way that the show might go. Some ways I knew about, some ways I didn't. So, you want it to be mysterious, but you also want it to have pulse and energy. So, the whole opening are these kind of, we threw glass down on our front porch and recorded it, and then we reverse the glass, so when you see those kind of cracking images and the images of these multiverses opening up, you've got actual cracked glass and being processed and manipulated in various ways. Underneath that is kind of this undulating string music. Then of course the horn and my voice secretly tucked behind it sing the main theme. And then at the end comes a choir with lyrics that are that I may reveal someday. I think I might reveal them soon, not quite yet, but that are really relevant for the show. And that's kind of the driving thing that takes it into, this is going to be mysterious, but it's also going to be an adventure. It's also going to have action in it. And so we really wanted, within the space of a minute, to tell you all that information.
Well, you definitely pull it off. I love
it. Thanks.
The glass shattering is such a cool little thing to know. Can you talk a little bit about the process behind combining like T'Challa and Star-Lord's music, or the Guardians of the Galaxy music?
Yeah, it's interesting because one of the things that's been really fun has been kind of breaking down what makes a lot of this music work, and what I want to retain and what is not useful for our show. With that particular combination, Ludwig Göransson did such a great job of having kind of these outside orchestral sounds incorporated in the score. So you've got like an 808 doo, 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 for the Killmonger stuff. You've got, talking drums, you've got chanting, you've got that flute with the voice kind of attached to it. So I used those elements, and we were able to get those elements from Black Panther. And then I use the more traditional orchestral music of Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's how you can have those two things kind of mashed together, not by doing so much Black Panther theme, but by taking kind of the outside of the Black Panther world and then bringing in the thematic stuff from Guardians.
Very cool, because I absolutely love when you hear the Black Panther theme come in. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Can you tease any other genres that you used for some of the other episodes, like Marvel Zombies, as inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about any of the episodes that you haven't viewed, but I think what you're seeing in the first episode is Captain America, but it's also a 40s war movie, with period music, as you said, and also, with that ba bum boom ga ba 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 da da ba ba da da, with that kind of 1940s. You want to feel like you're in that era, almost watching a film. You're experiencing what's happening, but you want to feel like you're watching a film, right? And we'd already talked about episode 2. Episode 3 is a murder mystery, so I think that focuses way less on individuals and on the what's going on, which is pretty gnarly, and a big old whodunit. And then episode 4 is a tragic, epic love story when you can't get together with the person that you love, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how hard you try. And I think that was that was obviously a gut-wrenching thing to work on, but that's kind of the genre of that episode.
Yeah, I love that we're hopping between genres. It's so cool. Did you have a particular Marvel theme that was your favorite to kind of play around with?
Not really. There's a lot of music that I love in the Marvel films. But in this case, it's kind of like what needed to happen. It wasn't like, oh gee, I think I'm going to do Ant-Man, even though there's no Ant-Man. It was really more about giving, finding a moment, using the Marvel theme, and then moving on. And I think that one of, the movie that was really the inspiration for that way of working was Endgame, where, Alan would grab a theme and then you move on into new music. Grab a theme, and then you move on into new music, and that's what we did.
Very cool. And then with season 2 coming, is there any movie or character or theme that you really want to be able to dig into?
You know what? I know nothing about season 2. I'm really like, all I know is that I'm doing it. And I just want them to keep doing what they're doing and finding ways of taking these great stories and playing with them. I don't have sort of an agenda. I'm more here to receive what it is they throw at me and figure out how to make it work for our great show.
And then real quick, after this experience, would you be interested in kind of working on other Marvel projects beyond What If?
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect answer.
For sure.
No, just I want to say again, so amazing. I'm loving the music.
I'm so glad.
The first episode with that like big band 40 style, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is
Isn't that great? Fun. Isn't that a lot of fun? And it's all over the place too.
Yeah. No, it's just like phenomenal job. I cannot wait for the rest of the show. And
well, there are a lot of surprises coming up, so I think you'll have a good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, my great pleasure. Talk to you soon.
All right, so that was some very cool insight into the score of What If, especially with this episode, because this episode, you had the crazy, weird, like, cartoonish, like, oh, I'm falling in love music. You had, like, techno. You had, like, really badass fight music. Like, this was really all over the place in the best way.
Audibly, it was all over the place. She had to work hard, and she did very.
She had her work cut out for her in this episode alone, and she killed it. She did a great job.
Yeah, never mind that she has been genre hopping in every single episode.
While referencing other music in the MCU, too.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to end up getting, like, maybe next year, an Emmy.
They should.
I mean, also, music direction is great on this.
I'll say it again. WandaVision got snubbed second night.
Oh, you think so?
I mean, let's be real. They weren't going to give it to a superhero show.
But see, that's the thing. We're changing a lot of things when it comes to that.
I would have been okay if they even got like 1 or 2 awards. I was really hoping for like Catherine Hahn or Paul Bettany. Really, those were the two I was really pulling for. But yeah,
you're like, never mind Elizabeth Olsen. It's only her show.
I mean, they were all worthy of getting it for sure. And hey, at least this is technically an Emmy-winning show. So Marvel has an Emmy-winning show, which is awesome.
Yeah, Marvel and Star Wars, both Emmy Award-winning shows.
Mm-hmm. And Marvel has Oscars too.
Yeah. Like, I will never be disappointed in like the fact that they are winning on the technical nights, because they should.
As they deserve to.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully someday they'll get the acting and directing and stuff like that. But we'll work our way up to it.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be the point where we stop having directors go, superhero movies are stupid.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's a formula that has to be fulfilled, and that's the thing.
That's
and
true for every kind of movie.
Exactly. But it's a whole industry.
I want to talk here too.
No.
What I'm saying? Damn it.
Oh, damn.
Where's that water bottle? No.
Richard, drink your water bottle to interrupt.
I hate you both.
Virtual high five.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're having
Came back
some
from fires for this.
Why you're so thirsty?
I survived fires for this. Oh, okay. No, but
anyways.
What were you saying?
I lost my thought. It's so funny. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
What was I saying? What was I?
You're talking about movies following formula.
Yeah.
A formula. Yeah.
There's a particular formula that goes along when it comes to films. But you have to remember, when it comes to a superhero film, there's a formula which is kids about the age of 13 and up will be able to understand it. But we still want to make it for the kids that are below 13 to still get it as well. Even though PG-13, we still work for that. So they can't give us too much as far as acting. They can't give us too much as far as like how it looks cinematically. They can only go so far, because if they do something that's a theme that's beyond what a child can understand, they think they're going to lose that child, and that means we're going to lose a toy sale.
I don't know. I would argue that's not necessarily true. Even just looking at like Pixar, because you have like think about the Up like 5-minute intro. I feel like feel miscarriage, you know?
Oh yeah, that's some deep stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
also
ask kids, it goes over their heads.
Yeah.
They don't even remember.
Yeah.
They just know, she died.
And can I just say too, the most recent round of comments, like against Marvel movies and the formula stuff, came from somebody who's remaking a movie that was made like I don't know how long ago, or like about a
80s.
book, and 80s. Okay, yeah, so 30, 40 years ago, and so that's all I'm gonna say on that.
No, I mean it's very true, but you have to.
I mean, yeah.
So you can win.
Yeah. I don't get the. This will be the last thing we talk about before we get back into like actual Marvel stuff. I don't understand the like looking down on the idea of a formula for movies, right? Because every genre of movie has formula. Like horror movies, there's a formula. Comedy, there's a formula. Action, there's a formula. So to be like, well, superhero movies are dumb because they're formulaic. So is everything.
Yeah, that's every movie ever made.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So my issue isn't even that they're criticizing; it's how they're criticizing.
Exactly.
Criticize better, and I'll listen.
Exactly.
Consistency is the best way for someone to be able to use anything as an argument, because they'll be able to look past logic and be able to just seriously argue their point and never take a moment to stop and realize, wait a minute, by arguing my point, I'm actually arguing against everything that I do or stand for. They're not going to. So it's like, I'll avoid it and say these other things and just move on.
But yeah, so that happened, and I mean, now
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue that superhero movies are perfect or like anything like that, because that would be an insane argument to make. But like, if you have a criticism, it should be a good criticism that actually elevates the conversation.
Yeah, and also, might have been Josh. I'm not sure who at the Illuminerdi said this in the chat. That his comments were taken a little bit out of context, and that the full statement wasn't quite as bad as it's being made out to be. So, and I'll have to go back and read the full quotes. So, well, yeah, exactly. It always happens. You gotta get the most, mind-blowing quotes for news articles anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Craig was just quoted as saying he doesn't think there should be a female James Bond. Now that is not the entire quote. The entire quote
I heard about that earlier.
Because he thinks there should be better characters and more well-rounded characters for women.
Other than just them taking James Bond.
Yeah. So that to me, like, I understand where he's coming from. I also would make the argument, you're right, there shouldn't be like a female James Bond. There is a female 007 in the next movie, which I think works fine.
Hell yeah.
That was my answer. My answer. I was like, 007 who we're following. So yeah, James Bond, congratulations. Go F off. Let's deal with a new 007. And yes, let her be a woman. That is no problem for me.
There's ways to do it. There's ways to do it right. And, not just, switching one character from one person to another like that.
Yeah. So again, it's like when you see the quote of like, Daniel Craig doesn't think there should be a female James Bond. That is not the entire quote.
No, exactly. People just need to cause drama.
Yeah. And I mean, realistically, I also have the question of why was the Dune director asked about that? I don't think he's ever done a superhero movie.
I mean, to be fair, how many people are in Dune that have been in Marvel stuff? I mean, we got Zendaya, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Oscar Isaac now. That's at least 4.
Yeah, and you got
Dave Desmalchian.
You got Aquaman from over at DC.
Yeah, I got Jason Momoa too, and Dave Desmalchian.
Jeez, that's a funny name. But yeah.
I'm sure I butchered it. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't have said it right at all. It would have been horrible.
Man, he just went Polka Dot Man for me.
Dave, he's just Kurt to me. I love him as Kurt, especially after the zombie episode.
That was amazing in the zombie episode.
Oh,
Baba Yaga.
But
Baba Yaga. That's one of my favorite scenes in Ant-Man and the Wasp is
Baba
like
Yaga?
Ghost appearing. Baba Yaga!
I just watched Ant-Man on TV the other night. The best is when him and Dave are in the truck trying to get all the tech going. Like, make it go faster, dude. Seriously.
The team of like ex-cons, and they're like weirdly like they're good at the heights, but they're also idiots.
Oh,
Amazing.
absolutely. And just back it up. Just back it up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're idiot savants. You know?
There are
Little
idiots.
bit.
There
Is
are
one
idiots.
thing that's like, ooh, yeah, there are idiots though, and that's what we love.
Yeah,
That's what-
like
Exactly.
the
Still
Ant-Man
love them.
franchise is like one of the things I love about it is it's simultaneous the most ridiculous thing ever and then randomly clever. Like when he like
Yeah.
is like, I have an electrical engineering degree or whatever it is, or mechanical
Yeah.
engineering, I'll be fine.
Electrical engineering.
Cut to Baskin
Well,
Robbins.
welcome to Baskin Robin. Hey, barbecue. Take care of this idiot. Thanks.
Well, hey, it's just letting you know that degrees are worthless. I mean, I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
Eat the rich. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Back here, just say anything at that point.
He's-
Dude. You're like, I want him over. Now just say my controversial ideas.
And
Oh,
then
man.
quickly move past it.
Yeah, anyways, moving on.
So, wow. Party Thor, guys.
Wow.
And they-
Dude,
Yeah,
it
that
was
definitely
so
worked.
good. It was so
Yeah.
good. I enjoyed it. And like you said, it's a palate cleanser because the episodes before kind of deep, kind of dark, and they just kept growing exponentially, giving us darker, deeper,
Yeah.
and leaving us with questions concerning what's going to be this connective kind of thing that's going to bring it all together. What's the connective tissue? And we kept saying for how long on almost every episode, we just said it was going to be a Schumograph, right?
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah,
kept
I
saying.
think we thought Schumagath, zombies, or Ultron were our three guesses.
Exactly.
And we could be
Now,
right on Ultron.
Exactly, actually, but it seems like we could be right also on zombies. I mean, we
Yeah.
did see Doctor Strange and Party Thor, and he was like, zombies, interesting idea. You know, so it's maybe something happens. I don't know. So
I love, by the way, that you're like every episode got darker, and I'm like, the first dark one was a serial killer taking out the Avengers, and we went darker after
And then
that,
it got worse.
right? And then it got worse, and then an entire universe was destroyed, and then it got worse. Like,
Worse.
how-
Yes.
And can I just say too about this week? What was hilarious was I thought we might have finally gotten an episode with like an absolute like closure kind of ending, and then Ultron Vision showed up.
Thor and Jane are going on a date. They lived happily ever. Oh, for the love of God!
Oh,
Like, oh come on!
yeah, it was literally. But that's how we've been getting our quote unquote button scenes. Our button
Mhm.
scenes now are always a surprise to the watcher. Like he's like, and then oh my, and
Oh.
then uh-oh, and then
That happened.
oh, and yeah, that happened. Like it's just more and more like as he's surprised, so are we,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I like that.
You know what I gotta say too? The only thing I think that's a little disappointing about like this show so far, and I'm sure it's based on how the show's created. There's too little Jeffrey Wright so far. We haven't gotten enough of him.
Well, Jeffrey Wright, like he even before the show came out, he said he was very much like the Rod Serling. Rod
Yeah,
Serling
for sure.
is
Twilight
not
Zone.
the main character in Twilight
Exactly.
Zone.
Exactly. And I think that's how it should be. I mean,
Yeah.
just as it is, he is once again the Watcher. I don't want to watch a series of the Watcher watching something. I want to just watch what's
Right.
happening. No, I don't want to sit over his shoulder and oh God, his head's in the way. I can't see anything. I don't need that.
The Watcher would be like the worst person to be stuck behind in the theater. His head could take up the entire. You're gonna be like,
Ugh.
come on, man.
And then and then he talks during the movie. So
He's narrating the entire thing.
Oh,
Funny
God.
commentary.
Yeah. So
It's
pretty
like,
much,
come on.
pretty much me in real life is what we're saying.
Yeah, he's
much
got
us.
the water bottle too.
Mhm.
Geez. It's a
Never,
poker.
never gonna live this
How many
down, am I?
times I can bring it in this week because I'll forget about it next week. Yeah.
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 As
No,
much as
don't
I
worry.
can.
I'm sure I'll bring it up so you can do it again. Make it
Or
easy on you.
you'll just do something else next week. It's fine.
Oh yeah, no, guaranteed something stupid.
Oh, see, the water bottle. Maybe next week you can take a water bottle and just kind of crinkle it up. You're like, oh, I'm so thirsty. then put it down. And you're like, what are you doing? There's no water in there. And you were like, is
Are you
there?
eating
Crinkle,
chips?
crinkle, crinkle, you know? Yeah.
It's like,
Somebody
what's that noise? Popcorn.
Oh, God.
Literally making it on the stovetop like Jiffy. You're like, what the hell is going on?
Where's Richard this week making popcorn?
It's ridiculous,
Oh.
man. Anyways, yeah, and also one thing just randomly in the top of my head to get us back on track with this episode, the cameo count in this episode,
So this is
holy
not on track.
crap!
Yep.
Dude,
We
this
had
is ridiculous this episode. So many jam-packed.
also, I would like to point out we've seen Nebula more than once and not Gamora at all.
Right? We
Yeah,
haven't seen Gamora at
yeah.
all yet.
Like we
Very-
didn't see Gamora and we didn't see Quill. Maybe they're on a
No,
date.
we haven't seen. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
They're like chilling because
yeah.
I don't think we saw Groot. We saw Rocket, but I don't think we saw Groot.
No, we definitely haven't seen Groot.
I might be wrong. Like there could have been like a little like baby Groot hanging out somewhere during
Yeah,
the
I
party.
don't, could have
Yeah.
been.
Which
That's
would be
really-
amazing. I'd love if there is.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
no, there's definitely like this had basically any alien or cosmic Marvel related figure that they could put in. They did,
Yeah.
which I 100% agree with. Totally the right call.
Looking at
Drunk-
Scourge on the screen right now, that was amazing.
Drunk Rocket hanging out was in the sink was ridiculous.
Oh, that was
insane. And that's the
great.
only shot we
moment.
got of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a moment,
We
but it was
had-
good enough.
Howard the Duck
Oh.
and Darcy got married. Like, what the shit was that?
Like, what the hell happened there?
We had Grandmaster and his sidekick, whose name I don't remember. But
Topaz.
there we go.
Topaz.
And the melt stick. I was so hoping we were gonna see the melt stick get used.
Oh, well,
me too.
we saw it at least, you know? So it was like, okay.
It made
Hey,
an appearance at least.
I think those are
Saw
chinchillas.
Korg. Oh,
With
really?
Fandral. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be. Those look like they could be chinchillas, yeah.
So where did he get that?
Yep, there's Rocket.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I mean this episode was like, and again, it's one of those things where you look back and you're like, wow, a lot happened to that because you had all these crazy cameos. You had Nick Fury get like murdered, maybe? We're not sure.
It looked
Put
like
in
he
a
got
coma?
killed. Like
They're like,
brute
he's
force
still
murder.
unconscious. That's not great. So
No.
something bad happened to Fury when Thor decided to run
Yeah.
past him and like,
We got Coulson
Or
and
poor-
Hill back.
yeah, and Crossbones. We had
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Crossbones.
Darcy being Darcy. You had
Korg for a second.
Captain Marvel came in and her fight with Thor was awesome. I loved like the flashes of different colors for the lightning and
That-
then hearing the thunder. That was very cool.
Oh,
That was the one shot of them fighting. That was probably one of my favorite shots of the entire series so far. That looked so cool.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
really?
this was one of my favorite fight scenes.
Yeah, agreed.
definitely. Oh, definitely. Because they were just letting us see it all, and they were going
Uh-huh.
for it. And it was a lot. It was a fair volley, you know.
Because
Yeah.
for them
you
going
could
back and
see
forth.
every detail of every move that they were doing, and I thought that was so cool.
And I love that like she started absorbing the power from his hammer.
Oh yeah,
Very
kind of like Tony in the first Avengers when he was fighting Thor.
Yeah, like
Yep.
it's so funny. Everyone figures that out so quickly.
Right?
You're like Thor, that like you're just charging
Stop.
them up. What are you doing?
You're
Well,
just
stop. He's
hurting
like,
yourself.
How about you? You know, he's just,
Yeah.
Also, Loki
Done.
doesn't suck when he's not raised by Odin.
Right?
okay.
The daddy
the
issues
thing-
really hurt
Oh,
him.
no, it's not even daddy issue. It's more of a generational curse. The thing is, Odin himself was very reckless and kind of like
Oh yeah,
nonchalant in some particular things, and
he's
very
much more like
boastful,
Thor than he wanted to admit.
very
Yeah.
boastful, prideful, and these other things. So these kind of problems that he had were separated amongst his children.
Mhm.
So Thor got the boastful, prideful, braggadocious portion, the warrior part, and then Loki got to learn one to be a great liar.
Oh yeah.
He learned how to, in some ways, live the
Good
legend.
job, Richard.
You know, so that's exactly what we're getting on both sides. But now
And
with
Hela
Loki,
got the murder part.
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But because
Also-
now he doesn't do it now because there was no Loki, we're getting a lot of it right inside of
Yeah,
Thor himself.
He gets both of them. I would also like
Yeah.
to say, you said the word braggadocious, and that was my favorite thing ever now.
That's a great word use.
What is that? That's amazing.
Right?
Oh, really?
Braggadocious? I'm 100% going
Braggadocious.
to use that just in like regular
Yeah.
conversation. It won't fit, but I'm going to
Yeah.
use it.
Yes, it will.
You-
You can make sure.
You know what I
it
was
fits.
thinking too?
I've written it into, I think, 2 articles so far, and it was because I was like, "Oh, I love this word." Today it's in there. Oh, guess what?
Oh my god!
Tomorrow it's in there. I was
I'm
like,
using it. I'm using it in the review for this episode. I am.
I gotta figure it out. But no, the only weird thing about the whole Loki Frost Giant thing is like the fact that he had the same exact voice that he would have had as a human and or an Asgardian, and it was just
I don't know if that
weird.
was weird. I thought it was weirder that he was like Frost Giant size is what threw me off. Not because it doesn't make sense.
Oh, that
'cause
was
it
super
totally
trippy.
does. But it was
Just
like,
seeing
yeah,
it.
trippy.
Well, I mean, you have to think about it. He doesn't know how to use the magic. That pretty much puts a perception filter. Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's
on
my
him.
question.
So,
Was he
Yeah.
doing that like subconsciously when he was a kid, or was Frigga doing that to him when he was a kid? Because he didn't
Yeah.
know.
Well, he did it.
He, go ahead.
He did it at first as a baby when Odin first picked him up in that flashback. He
Right.
changed to human
Right.
colors. So
Right.
So
But the thing
he
is,
matched his environment. That's weird.
that's what I think. I think it was that he
chameleon
matched-
kind of,
Yeah, as more of a defense kind of mechanism than anything
especially as
else.
a baby.
Yeah, but I still think to some extent it's more of a magical kind of thing. So I think Odin actually applied it to him when he picked him up.
Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Triggered it at least.
Well, I don't even know if it's triggered because magic has to be taught. It can't just be right. I thought they have to
Unleashed
know.
yeah,
they have to know
unlocked.
something. But
Yeah,
there are
I-
some things they can
some
do
of it-
inherently. So maybe
Yeah,
that maybe.
some of it you can teach yourself because I think Sylvie taught a lot of it to herself.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, she taught it to herself, which means
Right.
she had to see it to be able to do it. How can a
Yeah.
baby see that and learn how to do it? So
For sure, yeah.
it may be inherent in some ways as far as a protective kind of thing, or Odin kind of made it happen, and then brings it to Frigga. Frigga's like, "Oh, okay, I'll show him when
Yeah.
it comes." I don't know.
Yeah.
And then one of my few gripes with the episode, and I mentioned it while we were watching, I don't 100% understand the mechanics behind being worthy of the hammer.
Oh god, that Thor should not have been worthy of the hammer.
Right?
Agreed.
Out of all the arguments, that is going to be one of the strongest.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking here because honestly, that's going to be something I promise you other people are going to be saying
Oh,
as they watch it. That
like-
and where's Heimdall?
Yeah, right. He was
Yeah,
like legit
totally.
asleep on the job.
Seriously, like we
he
saw
was
him wake
asleep
up
on the job.
We saw
Yeah,
him
they're
wake
like,
up.
Heimdall's gonna babysit you. Goes to planet Earth. So does Heimdall just not care? Like that was
Well,
weird.
I guess maybe because it is Thor, and it's kind of like I'm not gonna watch him because I'm just gonna have to fix something. So I'm not gonna do it.
So why
this
even
time.
bother?
Yeah, just let him go. And
So
when
Yeah.
they
is that
find out something, it's
babysitter
like,
is that babysitter who's like, I'm gonna sit on the couch and talk to my boyfriend all night. Don't
Well,
die.
you're
I'm
being
so-
polite.
supposed
You're
to-
being polite. Talk to my boyfriend all night.
Like this is Heimdall going. This is Heimdall going. I'm supposed to be the watcher of the entire universe, being able to see everything. I'm a goddamn babysitter.
Yeah, you know. And
You
then-
no. You know what? He's probably like, the Watcher's got this. I'm good.
That'd be great if that's what he
Because,
thought.
I mean, essentially Heimdall sees all. So yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
he's like, all right, the Watcher's got this. I'm gonna turn on Netflix, and then he just closed his
Right.
eyes, and that was it. He was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm just gonna go ahead and watch something else.
No,
I'm
This
gonna
is
watch
my
Peter
time to
Silva
Netflix
on
and
that
chill.
Netflix show called Go Charlie or whatever it is.
This
know?
is definitely, I think you're right. Those are the two arguments that make the most sense to me. Like thinking back to Thor, he did have to have the hammer like removed by Odin. But I feel
Right.
like Odin would, like if Thor legitimately destroyed a planet, he would have done that. It's weird that hadn't happened already.
He was about to destroy a planet in Jotunheim, and he did it
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
Like-
movies.
So that
Yeah.
to me is a little weird. And that also to me would mean maybe Odin was a little more hesitant to do something like that because he only has 2 heirs.
You know, that's a great point actually.
Yeah,
Just since
that's a really
Thor
good-
was his only kid, and like that's all he knew. So maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
'cause-
yeah. Hey, there's a thing about being the only child. Like they say that whole thing. There's,
Oh yeah.
if you're, if you're the only child, well, then that's it. You're the only child. If you're the youngest, then you're the favorite. It's
Yeah.
like there are those two things.
Yeah.
So it's like
for me, I'm the oldest of two, so I got screwed out of that one.
Only.
Hey, but the great thing is you got to make the mistakes that they didn't kind of destroy you for. Versus when the other ones did it, they're like, "Oh, come on," because they've already seen them. And they're upset.
Yeah,
but
totally.
for you, it was like, "Oh, that's so cute. It's the first time."
Yeah.
So, that's the one good thing about being the first.
I guess
Just
so.
having like flashbacks to being grounded. Sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll let you tell that story.
Sorry, I don't know. I'm just trying to help you out
Oh
in
well,
some way.
I appreciate it. I need all the help I can get.
Oh man, well, who else needed help? Definitely during
Captain
this
Marvel?
episode. Yes, yes.
Which is weird, right? Like
Oh my
she
God.
beat Thanos basically.
Yeah,
Oh
But
my God! Right?
but I think
I did like.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say I did like that they had her excuse of like I'm not using my full power. I would destroy everything. So there was an excuse for it. I
Exactly.
still
Yeah.
think it was a little weird. It felt a little like, well, she can't win because that ruins the storyline. Like cop out. I would have
Mhm.
preferred if there was something more to that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Captain Marvel versus Thor and the Warriors 3 and Sif. Okay, I can
Maybe
see
all
why
of Asgard or
this might-
something.
Yeah, like I can see why this might be a little more challenging then. So that felt a little bit like a cop out to me.
Yeah.
Also, if Thor is worthy of the hammer, she for sure should be, right?
Oh God, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that moment where
Especially
he put
this
it down,
Thor.
yeah, when he put it on her and it was like a timeout. I thought she'd be like, no,
Yeah.
I
Wait
thought
for her to like sit up and be like, "Thanks for your hammer, idiot."
Right.
Thanks.
He's like time out, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank God! I've been waiting to hold on to this." Bing, and just like hit him with it. It would have been
Yeah.
like, yes,
That
I
would've
would have
been cool.
loved it.
Something else I was thinking about too. Since we're getting Thor: Love and Thunder next year, in the live action with Chris Hemsworth coming back and all. Do we think this is gonna be like any kind of tease to some of what we may see from Thor going forward? Because I know he's had his whole MCU journey anyways, but I mean, Love and Thunder seems like it's gonna be an absolutely crazy ride. So
I mean, I think Thor is still gonna be like one of the things I really like about Thor in MCU Prime or whatever you want to call it. I've loved his journey to maturity, and
Me too.
while being mature, still being able to be like kind of emotionally intelligent and have a little bit of the silliness and everything. So
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily. I think what's going to be interesting is seeing him deal with Jane, because we're getting Mighty Thor. So I'm assuming we're also getting Jane has cancer because that's the storyline in the comics.
True.
So
I hope so. I hope that's what we're getting.
so I think it'd be really interesting if maybe he. Richard, that sounded so bad, but I agree with you.
I know.
That's what I was like.
Not,
I hope so. I hope
not,
it's cancer. You're like,
not
oh.
that I want her to have cancer. You know
Like,
what I
oh,
freaking
like,
mean.
I 100% understood what you meant, and I agreed. And then I heard Daniel go, "Ooh," and I'm like, "That's a decent point too."
I'm just saying, be prepared for the letters.
Everyone's tweeting,
Good thing I already
"How
expect them.
dare you?"
Time to
But-
cancel him. You're like, no, guys, calm down.
But what I'm curious about
you know
is
what? Bring it, whatever.
how we're gonna see Thor deal with it. Like, if we get kind of a Thor that regresses, could it be because he can't handle that grief? That would be the way that I think it'd be cool to see this tie into that a little bit. Or I would also love to see Loki reacting to, wow, I was happy when I wasn't kidnapped.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am no longer a victim of circumstance. And because of that, I was given the room to grow. And I grew properly.
Yeah.
I got a healthy lifestyle. I got to not have to worry about all this extra stuff.
Yeah, because he's not perpetually in second place. Like, he was never going to be realistically in like pre-Thor's arc. Loki should have been the heir to Asgard. He was totally better equipped for it.
Yeah.
But he was never going to get that.
And not just only perpetually in second place, perpetually out of place also because of the whole big adopted thing.
Yeah.
Very true.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
it's got to be
genuine.
that weird thing of being like, because he didn't know he was adopted, so it's got to be that weird thing of like feeling like you don't fit in, but not knowing why. And then you find
Exactly.
out, and you find out literally everyone lied to you except Thor, because he's a dum dum.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
mean,
anyone else disappointed we didn't see the Loki turn into a snake in the flashback thing?
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Oh, well, I mean,
I want to
yeah,
see that so
yeah.
badly.
You're right. I actually, I wish we did. It would have been so cool, where it just would have been that still shot of he's like,
He's holding a snake, and he's like
yeah, they're just-
grinning,
Yeah.
and then it's
Maybe
just like-
we can
Loki
still
trying
get it
to
in Love and
stab.
Thunder. Or
it would just be him
or
like, and it's a
we
snake.
could get it in.
and you
We
know
could
what
get it
it
in
is.
Multiverse of Madness too, because since Loki's coming back in that, we could get a flashback to that.
Yeah, Loki's been rumored for that. What do we think Loki's gonna do? Do we think it's Loki basically gonna be like, "Hi, Doctor Strange"? So
And Doctor Strange is gonna be looking at him like, "You dumbass."
Let's be real. Doctor Strange has no room to judge because it looks like he breaks everything in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he and Loki both have some shit they're dealing with.
I've loved all the memes from like since WandaVision, and it's always Doctor Strange going like, "What are you doing?" Then the Spider-Man trailer comes out, and he's like, "Hold my beer."
I'll allow it. It's like, yeah, no, you
A little
shouldn't
weird, but I'll allow it.
Let me
Yeah.
let me make it worse somehow than you could have ever anticipated, because we're all like, he'll be the adult. No,
Yeah.
let's be real. Wong will be the adult.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
Wong's
I mean,
absolutely the adult.
we see that for sure. We see that for sure.
We know that
Except
from the
if you've
first
seen-
trailer.
Except if you've seen Shang-Chi. Have you guys?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
curious. That has to tie into She-Hulk, right? It's got
Right?
Man.
There's no way it doesn't. Right?
Man, I mean, I don't. Jeez,
Like, I'm so curious.
taking the
Like,
abomination around for fighting is just kind of like
I'm so
that's-
curious. Is it like a therapy thing or probation, or because I'm not saying like beating the crap out of someone is therapy,
Rehab?
but like it could be a thing where it's like learning to use his aggression in a way that's like not murder, but sanctioned fighting.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I think it's just showing us that everyone does have a irresponsible streak, especially when you are responsible for so much.
I don't know,
You
because
have an
remember at the
streak.
end of the scene,
Uh,
Wong is like, we talked about like how you like he talked to him like a trainer. Like it
Yeah.
didn't feel like, haha, I got you.
Yeah.
It was like, we talked about how you gotta like throw your punches and blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
Like it really felt like he was talking to a trainer. It was very
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I don't see it as a trainer. I feel it's a grifter talking to another grifter. They're setting something up because ultimately he was like, we're talking about how you had to hold your punches, so pretty much or pull your punches, which is a conversation someone has that okay, we bet on ourselves. We
Yeah.
Maybe.
knew what was going to happen, so
And-
you didn't have to do it this hard.
Yeah.
You didn't have to like I say in wrestling, you didn't have
Punch
to be
yourself.
stiff. Yeah, you didn't have to be so stiff.
And here's the thing I'm curious about too, is like, because they were both in Shang-Chi, we don't know when She-Hulk is coming out, but based on like the ordering and the scheduling and everything,
Next year,
it's-
probably. Right?
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's definitely next year, but like in terms of month or whatever,
Yeah.
based on the order and stuff, it seems like She-Hulk might be coming out semi-close-ish to Doctor Strange too. So I'll be kind of curious to see like what order those release in, and maybe kind of give us a little bit of a tease of what's coming story-wise, since Wong's in Doctor Strange and Abomination's in She-Hulk and everything. So I'm
I'm
curious to see
hoping-
how that works out story-wise.
I am hoping we see Wong in She-Hulk in some capacity, just because
That'd
like
be cool.
with it being a legal drama and with us knowing Abomination is in there, I'm curious how he's in there. Is it him
Yeah.
suing
Mhm.
someone like Ross
Yeah.
maybe, or is it Hulk coming after him? Is Wong like going to be a character with reference or something? Like that'd be
Do they
very
team up
cool.
against Jamila Jamil?
Yes, Daniel.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Go for it.
So remember, Abomination was, of course, in the military. It could be something concerning a court-martial, being that what he's
Mm.
done and all these
Legal
things.
stuff, yeah.
So now it's like, okay, he has this kind of a court-martial, and he's a gamma radiated kind of individual. Well, who else would we have to go ahead and kind of deal with this? Oh, well, She-Hulk, and she
Mhm.
shows up as She-Hulk in court, and it's like, okay, we can see what's happening here. So we're getting to see the human side to a gamma radiated person. It works out for a jury as well. So
I think what I'm curious about with it is like where did Wong get him? Is he in prison and Wong just busts him out sometimes?
Right. Because the only thing we've heard about it, and again,
I have
this
an
may
idea.
not it may not be canon. We don't know for sure. Season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when they said he's in some kind of cryo cell in Alaska. So
Right.
we don't know if that's officially the story. I mean, I know he was locked
Agents
up
of
in the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
one shots, but
Season 1 feels like the most tied to canon. I will say that.
absolutely,
Yeah, because I think
absolutely,
that's when
they
Feige was
really
like,
worked to tie it in.
yeah, I
'cause-
remember that's when Feige got power after, and he was like,
Yeah.
"You mean nothing," and it was like, "Oh
Yeah.
no."
He's like, nah.
he's
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
yeah.
that show season 1 directly tied into both Dark World and Winter Soldier. I mean, Winter
That's
Soldier
Right.
pulled
And
the
they
show up, pulled the rug
they
out from under that show.
Yeah, and they reference Avengers like in the pilot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
So-
They're like, I thought it was all connected. Feige's like, ha ha ha, you're
Nope.
nothing. And that was
We
it.
were.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was. It was supposed to be.
right? It was supposed to be.
Yeah.
That
But-
was the best twist of that show when they were like, haha, right, he wanted to show about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. is no more.
Yeah, right? But hey.
They took the
I-
shield out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in
Yeah,
season
yeah,
1. That's messed up.
But and they found a little bit to find their footing, but they ended well. They did strong.
Yeah.
So
It had a good run. I enjoyed it.
Yes, exactly. But I think we will see a scene if I'm thinking about the whole court-martial thing is correct,
Mhm.
where he's in a cell or whatever like that, and then just when she's coming in to talk to him, we see Wong was just speaking to him, and he was like, "Well, yeah." So Wong was like, "Oh, okay, gotta go."
Or she's
And then
talking
she's like-
behind it. Or she's talking behind her. We see
Oh, and he closed, yeah, and he closed it back up. But it's just something like that. I think would be good. It would just
That'd
be
be
a good
perfect.
Like
bit,
a
but it's
super quick
brings it all
cameo.
together. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
brings it all together.
opens, starts to step through it, and goes, nope.
I'm out.
That'd be amazing.
He just slowly stepped back.
I love Wong in the MCU, honestly. He's one of my
Like,
favorites.
what's that sound? Just nope,
Yeah.
not dealing with that.
Like, I'm out.
Yeah, and that's it. That would be
So-
perfect.
Do you think She-Hulk is going to be episodic, or do you think it's going to be an ongoing story?
I wouldn't be shocked if it's a little bit of both because they've teased it's kind of going to be like The Office meets the MCU a little bit. So I'd assume they'd have somewhat of that vibe, at least for a little bit. But maybe once it starts getting into the serious story type stuff at the end, it could change up a little bit. So
Yeah, because
I'm hoping for both.
I kind of assumed episodic just because it's meant to be a sitcom.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
That tends to be episodic, but at the same time, you got stuff like The Good Place where that's episodic and not.
Right.
That's
Which
true.
Jamila Jamil was on that too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was. She was awesome on that. I actually, weirdly, she seems to be playing a very similar character.
Yeah, right? So I'm
Nice.
like, I don't know. We'll see.
So I'm excited about that. I just can't wait for Tatiana Maslany because she's freaking amazing.
She seems like she's gonna be really
God.
good.
Well, I mean, what was the BBC show? Orphan?
Yes, Orphan Black.
Orphan Black.
Orphan
Yes,
Black, yeah.
Dude, when they started to go into oh, these are all the other clones and stuff, and she's just coming in every week as a different version, and I was like,
Yeah,
Nice.
she
like,
plays
it
like
showed how
literally-
well she can act.
She's played literally 4 clones in the pilot, and then it gets more than that as it goes on. Like,
Oh.
there will be times where one of the clones didn't show up for an episode, and I'm literally like, oh, I guess they were out sick. Or, oh, nope, same freaking person. You just can't tell.
Oh my god.
She's
Wow.
amazing. And she did a short run on Parks and Rec, too. So, like, she's
Oh,
solid
yeah.
in the comedy area. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited for her.
Uh,
And then quickly before we get back kind of to the what if area, do you think that, because we saw Wong also interact with Bruce Banner, who is no longer Professor Hulk,
right.
and there's been some theories that he might no longer have like the Hulk ability.
The gamma
Yeah.
radiation in him.
Yeah, I think the
Hmm.
theory is interesting. There have been some people that think it might be tied to the snap, which I don't necessarily think is true unless it was a long-term thing because he was still Professor Hulk at the end of Endgame. But
Yeah.
there have been some theories that when he does the blood transfusion, assuming they're going to pull that from the comics,
Mhm.
then it basically moves his powers to her, which I don't think is exactly what happens in the comics, but it could
No.
be an interesting thing the thing that would be kind of a bummer about that is you couldn't do things like the Defenders with Namor, Strange, and Hulk then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the truth of the matter is the reason we all know why it's not happening is because of money. You know, they're not going to go ahead and pay that amount that they have for the CG of, you know, Professor
That
Hulk.
much CG. Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
we're probably
No,
going to have
100%.
to save it
I
for.
agree.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to have to save it for Abomination. We're going to have to save it for. We still don't know how she's going to look as She-Hulk. If she's just going to be
Right.
green, or if they're going to actually kind of like extend
I
her.
mean,
We don't
just-
know.
She's
So.
small. Like, as a
Yeah,
person,
she is.
Tatiana
She's
Yeah,
Maslany
isn't
very
she like
small.
5'3", 5'4" or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
not a tall person, so
No.
I'm assuming they're gonna like
It's gonna have to be some CGI.
yeah, some capacity. Yeah,
Because she's supposed to be like 7 feet tall.
she just walks in on stilts.
Oh
They
my
have
God.
like pants covering up.
Illuminerdi does say something that really makes sense, and it's like I don't think it's going to move his powers, but maybe he had to power down to be able to give her the blood.
Oh yeah,
That could very
you
well be
can't,
something.
Because
Because you can't penetrate the skin.
Yeah, I like that. I like that as a reason. I also am
That's a
just super
great
glad
idea.
Professor Hulk freaked me out.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Professor Hulk.
I'm not a fan of that.
I was so torn on it. Like, part of me liked it, but part of me thought it was super weird.
But it's brains, it's brawn, and you put them together.
But I
That's what he
love the like struggle between the two.
Mhm.
That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite parts of that character.
Yeah.
So then to go, it's fixed. I was like,
See,
Well, why not? It's like here goes this moment where there's gonna have to be a moment where both of them are gonna have to grow. And the longer that we saw Hulk inside of his Hulk form, we actually did see some change, some
Yeah.
advancement as far as his level of intelligence. It may
Yeah.
have gotten to a point where he was like, you know what? I understand. And I truly understand. Like,
Yeah.
because I know I could be the Grey Hulk, and with Grey Hulk, I was a mobster and a gangster, blah, 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 yada, yada. We never saw it, though. But
Mhm.
that shows that he does have the capability to learn, to grow. I think they
Yeah.
got to that point where they were like, why are we fighting against each other? We are the same being, just in two different ways, ego and id. Let's get together.
I think I would have enjoyed it more, A, if we actually saw that, and B, if the
She'll fix it,
if the kind of like their communication on that and their like
Yeah. There's a deleted scene from Infinity War that was supposed to kind of flesh
Yeah.
that out a little bit. That would have been
yeah.
cool.
I think I would have enjoyed it like if we saw the communication, but also if their like agreement wasn't we'll share, but more of like kind of shared custody instead of the same time. So it's like
Yeah.
you've been yourself for this amount of time, it's my turn. And then there'd be situations where it's like I can't handle this. Okay,
Yeah.
Bruce can take control, or Hulk, you can take control. That would have been
I
more
was-
interesting to me.
I was gonna say, I wish the Hulk personality didn't disappear completely. Like,
Yes.
I wish that like I like the fact that Bruce is able to work with the Hulk body now. I think that was really
You know what?
a
You're
good
right.
move.
That's what I didn't like.
Yeah, exactly. I wish that he could have like called on the Hulk personality when he really needed it, instead of just being Bruce all the time. So that
That's-
part of him
you're
didn't
right.
completely
That's
disappear.
what I didn't like, because it was Bruce's mind in Hulk's body.
Body. yes.
Exactly.
That's what I didn't
Exactly.
like. You're
And
100%.
you
Yep.
you wanted more. You wanted him to actually compartmentalize, is what you're saying.
I would have
Exactly.
I would have rather it be like either like they had to decide who was the right personality essentially to come out in that moment,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or like if they are gonna share, you're gonna have moments where Hulk like basically takes off the glasses and it's just Hulk. Like we didn't
Yeah.
see that. It was literally just Bruce and Hulk's
Yeah.
body.
I wish they had the option to go back and forth between
Back
both.
and forth. Okay,
Yeah.
so you wanted identity, pretty much, where it was like this
Pretty
person's
much, yeah.
running it at this moment, this person's running it at that moment. No, identity.
Yeah.
what is that?
Exactly.
No, Identity was a great film, but no, not that. There's a show where someone does that, where it's like, okay, now I'm in charge, or I'm running it, and then later this
I think I know
person's
what you're
running
talking
it.
about.
But
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
Jekyll Hyde type thing.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that just would have been more interesting to me, because it truly was. It was like, well, Hulk's body is the strongest and Banner's
Oh,
brain is the strongest, so therefore this one wins.
I'm sorry,
Exactly.
kind of like Firestorm, but actually, you just said Jekyll and Hyde. There was a BBC show, Jekyll. It's pretty much like that. It's
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
much just like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Because as that show went on, there were moments where he was like, I can't do this. And Jekyll take over, and Jekyll was like, all right, time to monster up, and he would just go for it.
Yeah.
And then later
Mhm.
he'd switch back, and he's
Totally.
like, all right, I finished my killing. You're in charge now. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
there is another show like that too. I don't know what it is, but you're right. That like 'cause I haven't seen Jekyll, but there is something else that does that.
There's something.
Yeah.
There's something. I don't remember what.
But
It's
But
a
yeah.
superhero thing or something too.
I think so. Not heroes. We don't talk about heroes here.
No, I think it might be one of those like CW shows or something.
someone said the
Oh,
Christian Slater show.
Which one is that?
I don't know.
Not you're not talking about Mr. Robot, right? No. Okay, good.
No.
But I think you're right. There is a Christian Slater show where he did have. But okay, there we go. My Own Worst Enemy. Boom. That
Okay,
was
okay.
one. That's
That's it. Okay.
That's one where they do play with it too. But
Got
it was
it,
something
yeah.
else though. But something else was the superhero show that kind of. But okay. Anyway, that's what we wanted. We wanted that
Yes.
kind of switch between
Yeah.
the two. Here, take the keys. Okay, here you take the keys. Back
Yeah,
and forth.
just because like it didn't really feel like Hulk to me. Like it just felt like Banner in Hulk's body, which is part of what was weird to me. Because if
Totally.
I'm just getting Bruce Banner, I just want Bruce Banner.
Exactly. And
Sure.
I will say, I wish they would have kept that scene in Infinity War about where they actually like decided to make the agreement between the two of them. I think that would have
would've at
explained things a
least
lot
been
better.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It would have explained it a little more.
because yeah,
Yeah.
he just like appears and is like, "I'm Professor Hulk now," and everyone's like, "Okay, that's weird."
Like, okay.
Hey, 5 years, man. You know.
Yeah.
yeah,
Things
Yeah, they
change.
could explain away a lot with that.
He was like, time, and you're like, yeah, you got a point. I can't argue with that.
Time
is the-
travel.
Time is the answer. Like
time.
Yeah. They're
Yep.
like, wait, but how did you time?
Time
Damn,
travel.
I can't argue. Not even time travel. He just says time.
Yeah, just
It's been
time.
5 years.
That
You
was like,
guys,
I was
like,
like, what do
He
you mean?
literally.
What do you mean Clint Barton is like murdering a bunch of people? Well, it's been a minute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like every time when that happens, somebody stops and looks at the camera, breaks the fourth wall. Time.
Yeah. Speaking
And
of
they
which,
go back.
I
Should be
cannot
a running
wait.
joke on She-Hulk.
Oh my god. Well, they did confirm that they're gonna break the fourth wall, so I cannot wait to see how that
that's
happens.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I just want
that was a
want
direct
Tatiana
exclusive.
Maslany's character to be like 5 years. Move
Yeah.
on.
They
5
have
years.
to do the Jim Halpert look at the camera thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
100%.
That has to happen.
Oh my
You know
God! What if the whole
that's
show
how we
is kind of done like The
That's
Office?
how we bring
Oh,
Krasinski
God.
That's how we bring Krasinski into the MCU. It's him doing
Yes.
the Jim Halpert look.
There you go.
Oh my god, yes.
I
Totally.
would go for it if that show was shot like The Office, where it's like
Agreed.
the documentary
I hope so.
the entire time, and that would even be better for the Wong show up where she's like
He
talking.
sees the cameras and it's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
He just walks right away. That's it. Like almost backing up out of a car. He's like, oh, that's it for me. Oh,
oh god.
Oh,
That moment of, ooh, this is super illegal and there are cameras. I don't know what's going on. Nope.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
oh, forget it. Let's go ahead and call the people that did Modern Family. They just ended a series. Let's bring them in. Let's get it done.
Bring him in She-Hulk.
Disney.
All the people working at She-Hulk, we have another
Hey.
idea.
Hey, Ty Burrell could come back as both.
Oh yes, that's right. It's Doc Samson. He could show up as Doc Samson. That would be great.
That would
He
be
gets his moment
amazing.
now. He
Right?
gets his moment. So I'm in with it.
I'm down.
Oh
man.
my
But
God.
no,
Well,
this
go
is
ahead.
a very this was a very interesting episode of What If, because again, like this was more of like kind of that silly, you had a little bit of a love story, you had kind of like the ridiculous like frat party aspect to
Craziness,
it,
yeah.
you know. Yeah, so this I think out of all, like this is the comedy episode, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're shaking your head no, do you disagree?
Oh no, I'm sorry. There was a tweet shared, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on here?" But I'm like, "Okay, it's a conversation for
Yeah.
later."
But you know what I loved about this episode too? It had all of that, and in the last few seconds, still managed to make us go, "What in the ever-loving hell is happening?"
Yeah.
Right.
So do you think we're getting like Ultron and Black Widow next episode, or do you think we're gonna get a different thing next episode and then like Ultron and Black Widow essentially kind of invade either again at the end or during the episode maybe?
I'm thinking either
Oh
the
my god,
Ultron
that's how
Black
Tony
Widow one.
dies.
Oh god.
again.
Ultron
Again
fucking
for a
kills
fourth
Tony.
time.
Yeah,
fifth.
literally at this point, Tony is just as bad as Doctor Strange's love interest, where it's just like, all right, I'm gonna get some groceries. Oh,
Tony
what's it?
Stark is the Christine.
Right?
Oh Lord, no, he's getting the giant bunny, and he dies.
Oh yes, yes. It's
No
still
matter
all
what,
these
'cause
things.
next episode has like one of these episodes has to be Tony centric because it's either Gamora or it's like Sakaar. So
Right.
I'm gonna guess it's next episode because I feel like either like it feels like the big like episode that is Ultron has to be the last one because it would feel weird if it was the next one because then it's
Right.
like what's the finale then?
Yeah, exactly. So
Please have Tony get killed by like Ultron invading the episode itself. That would be
Oh
the
my God,
funniest
right.
thing ever.
crazy.
Okay, I can go
Like
for
Tony's like, I've survived. Shink. God.
that.
God damn it.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh come on.
Yes, I just looked at
Yeah.
Tony Stark as he died. It was very dramatic
God.
last time he died, and then the
Yeah.
first time he died,
like the whole scene from Deadpool 2 when the whole team dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news, the whole team is dead. The good news, I don't think anybody's gonna miss Shatterstar.
Pretty
I love
much.
the dude that's got no superpowers lands in his spine, but somehow like
Yeah. I'm gonna throw up in my mask.
I just want Tony Stark getting killed and be like, you've got to be kidding me right now.
Also,
Oh,
someday when the X-Men are in the MCU, we need a Deadpool episode of What If. Like, that has to happen.
We don't even need X-Men. Like I'm assuming we're gonna get Deadpool before X-Men.
I
We
agree.
just need Deadpool to like. Oh my God, that's how we should introduce Deadpool. Deadpool just takes over What If.
Oh God, he takes over for the Watcher.
Yeah, he's like, I got this, bro. You're a little boring.
oh
Yeah.
my God, that would be exactly how to do it too. Like
Now, if you look here, we have Tony doing something stupid.
Because he's Tony.
Exactly. Oh my God. And then,
Yeah.
oh, what the shit?
If
Yeah,
you look
'cause
here, holy crap, it's zombies.
right?
Oh God.
Oh,
I think
Seriously.
there's vampire marvels in the comics, so we can 100%
yeah.
have vampires pop in later. And he's like, we had zombies. How do we have vampires now?
What is
No,
this,
that-
Twilight?
No. I think it would be like we had zombies, so great. Here goes everyone who loved The Walking Dead. Well, now we need True Blood. So here it is. You know, it was perfect. It was like, bravo. He's like,
Amazing.
last but not least, we're gonna need dragons. Shang-Chi, I'm looking your way because
Game
Lord
of-
of the Rings, Game of Thrones is
We're
something
gonna Game
people
of
like.
Thrones this bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get me wrong. Jeffrey Wright, amazing. I sort of want.
I want
Like-
Ryan Reynolds
Oh,
now.
so Westworld.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I wanted.
I want
Westworld.
Deadpool. I want Deadpool
Oh.
narrating What If now.
Oh God. No, and
I
then Jeffrey Wright
still
tries
like
to
Deadpool.
interject the entire
Yeah,
time.
right? He's like, you're not doing this. Shh, I got this.
Like,
Everyone,
got this.
like hostages don't speak, and then we go to him. He's sitting in a chair, tied up. You know, and he's like, hostages don't speak, and that's when you see it. It's like
Oh my God,
this is
amazing.
the way it should go. This
I
is the way it
Deadpool
should go.
time.
I'm still bummed we are not getting like Deadpool reactions to all the Marvel trailers. Like that's such
Oh
a
God,
wasted
we have
opportunity.
to get that at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
in a Last Days of Fox fire sale kind of way.
I will never like literally one of my favorite jokes in that is like cutting back to the Cruella reaction. He's sitting there with the Dalmatian.
Where
He's
are
like,
the
where the
fucking
crap are the
Dalmatians?"
Dalmatians?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
it's the act of hurting a female character in order to motivate the main character, also known as Deadpool 2.
You have your own Disney Plus show, don't you?
right?
You have a Disney Plus show, don't you, fuckface?
Oh
Yeah, I
my
prefer
God.
Dark World.
Deadpool Dark World.
I prefer Dark World.
I love that he said that too, because you're like, literally, who would say that? Like, you didn't even go with Thor, like the first one. You went Dark World, dude.
Oh,
Hey.
God.
Gotta go for the worst, and that's the way to
Yeah.
do it. That was perfect.
Seriously, that was
perfect.
the perfect way to introduce Ryan Reynolds into the MCU.
Oh,
Ultimately,
100%. Are you
Oh,
excited for
huh?
like? Are you excited for Ultron that everyone won't hate?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking forward to. I was going
Me
to say,
too.
ultimately, that's the one thing that we have to talk about. Because everything else in this episode was fun, but
Yeah.
this is the meat
Oh, yeah.
and potatoes.
Ultron.
The last 2 minutes is the meat and
Last
potatoes.
2 seconds.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's not even 2 minutes. It's like
So-
a minute.
Not even, you're right, like the last few seconds. It's just,
Yeah, exactly.
here we go. Ultron opens up, and it's like, oh, a familiar face? Oh, no. Like, it's just like,
That's
A
not good.
wait, so
familiar
this-
face.
yeah, well, it
That's
just means that once again there is no Vision. So it's
Yeah.
just kind of like, oh my God, there's no Vision. But now it's like,
Ultron, boy.
okay, so how is the Wanda of his reality? Like, I wonder what's going on with her too, because without
Yeah.
a Vision to anchor her down,
She's
I
gonna go
mean,
crazy.
well,
it
will she?
depends.
Will she?
It
Because
depends on when he took Vision's body, because you gotta remember, her and Vision didn't like bond until after Age of Ultron. So he won during
Yeah.
Age of Ultron. Did he win at the end when him and Vision battled in Age of Ultron the movie, or was
Good
Vision
question.
never put into that body? Like, was
Exactly.
Jarvis
Yeah,
never put
was
into
there-
that body?
Was
That's
there
what I-
never a Vision?
I think
That's
there
what
was
I'm thinking.
I think there was never a Vision. So with that being the case, that means that Wanda didn't get to go crazy. Wanda didn't
Yeah,
get to
Wanda-
become,
Exactly.
so
Wanda and Pietro might still be on his side.
exactly.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
wonder about that, but that's the kind of thing I wish that they at least addressed. Or when he pops up from that portal or whatever, it was like, I wish it was Wanda and Pietro side by side with him, and then the other little Ultron bots, because it would have been like, oh wow. But I need to know what reality is he coming from, and I want to know
Yeah.
what's happening there at that reality.
Well, he's
Yeah.
got the stones from his universe,
Yes.
so that's interesting. Because I'm curious if because didn't he in Age
Will
of
they
Ultron
work
talk
here?
about? I don't think so, because they've established in Loki that they shouldn't, unless
That's right.
it's
Right.
like multiple or something. But didn't in Age of Ultron he say something about like multiple universes? Am I crazy? I feel like he mentioned that in some capacity, like or that the universe was bigger or something. It was like when
I
he was
thought he
getting
said that was. I thought that he said it was bigger.
yeah.
Maybe.
So that,
Yeah. I don't know about
that to
multiple
me-
universes, but
Well,
maybe a
even
bigger
saying
universe.
the universe is bigger, that to me says like Ultron knew kind of about this stuff. We just didn't
That stuff like this
see.
could happen.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm curious when it is that this happened, because it really could be that after that he grabbed the Vision's body when Black Widow stole it. Because remember,
Right.
like she gets the like Vision body, and Ultron gets her. He grabs
Yes.
just her. Maybe he grabs both of them. Because if that's the case, then Pietro and Wanda left. Because Wanda.
Yeah, that really could be the
Oh.
Nexus event.
Yeah,
That's true.
because we know
Yeah.
Black Widow's alive, but we don't know about anyone else. We also know it's a
Exactly.
post-apocalyptic, like cataclysmic world from Ultron. So it really could be like her as the main survivor, and maybe a couple others. But I'm curious if we're gonna see Wanda. I would love if we saw Wanda and Pietro, even if
Me
they're
too.
like,
I would.
Yeah.
Here's a question though concerning this episode. What was our Nexus event? That
he didn't take
changed-
Loki.
Odin giving back Loki.
That was it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no Loki in Thor's life makes Thor
So
party all the time.
yeah, because part of it is no Loki means that Thor was never banished, and Thor
Right.
being banished is how he
Oh.
learned humility.
That's
Mhm.
And Thor
Exactly.
also has the worst of himself and Loki. He's a
Mhm.
liar and manipulative and a doofus. Like he's got all the bad
Everything.
qualities. And even like when he asks Jane out, he hadn't really changed. He basically was like, "You told on me, which like sucked, but like you weren't wrong." That's not a great apology. First off,
It's not really an
It's
apology at
not
all.
great.
It's not
And
an
it
apology
also-
at all.
He's like
Yeah,
he's saying that
not
happened.
yeah,
Anyways.
he's not admitting to being wrong. He's basically
No.
like, I don't like that you did this, but you're so pretty. Can we go on a
Yep.
date?
Yep. That's
He's
pretty
just,
much what he
yeah,
did.
he's a pretty big doofus.
Yeah, so I'm not even necessarily saying like he didn't learn humility. He's not better. He's still Party Thor. Maybe he just won't decimate planets.
Maybe
in
he's
his wake.
maybe he's a toned down Party Thor, maybe like a small gathering Thor, or
He's Party Thor who doesn't like decimate entire planets when he leaves. So that's about it.
Oh man.
But yeah, so
Oh my god.
I don't think he really grew. I feel like if he's gonna grow it all, it's gonna be in the next couple episodes when they have to deal with like all this stuff. Oh my god, that comment
Wow,
killed Daniel.
I really got you on that. Damn.
Oh, I had to mute it. That's
Wow.
how good it was. That's how good it was. Small gathering.
You know what?
Thor.
After the night I've had, I will take it.
Small
Laughing
gathering
with
Thor
you.
is so
Laughing
good.
with you,
With
Richard.
you. You won. That's the comment of the night. I mean,
I
You
will
got one.
I will take it. I will
The quote
totally
of the
take
night.
it. I'll take the win.
Get ready for small gathering Thor. That's what we call this episode.
Oh god.
I love it.
But
I love that we got a comedy episode. I love that the comedy episode still had like one of the best fight scenes in this show.
oh yeah, that was amazing.
And I also liked, like, I personally, I like Captain Marvel. I know a lot of people were not hugely into her. She felt very in character, which was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And she was still kind of like, I love that kind of snarky, you're a dumbass energy that she has with him.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love that because we got that. I also, the joke coming back of you're a party pooper. Again, how old are all of you? 6? Like,
Are you 12 or something?
That's like the dumbest insult. Party pooper, party pooper. But my mom's coming.
He really did act like a 6-year-old.
Right?
That was the best for me. Like a
Yeah,
whole
right.
party pooper, and then who else would you have chime in for your call and response to party pooper? But the one and only Drax. He shows up and he's like, "You are indeed a pooper of parties." Like he was like,
after he barfs down his entire cape.
Yes.
That was gross.
It was like, all right, let's let it happen. We're happy.
Yep. Well,
I thought they were gonna do an I Love Lucy joke, but they didn't. So all right.
I'm gonna need a new cape here.
I was waiting for when he goes, Frigga's coming, and assuming all of them would help clean up, and then and they all run away.
Right? Scatter!
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's like, when have you ever been to a party?
Scatter!
Right? When have you ever been to a party where it's like, but the cops are coming, or my mom's coming, or whatever, and everyone goes, oh, okay, I'll help clean up. No, it's scatter. Like, that is so
It's
spot.
every man for himself.
Immediately, I'm throwing the bottle down, and we're all running at the same time. I'm not
out.
I'm not hanging around for that. I did not come here to clean. I came here to party.
Yeah,
right.
I don't think I've ever been to a party where the expectation is the guests will help clean up at the end. A super weird assumption.
Nope. Nope.
Unless you've been to a party thrown by producer Josh, because that happens immediately. Like we're not even done with the party. He's looking at you like, "Are you going to pick that up?"
Wow.
You're like, "You're right. You got a point." I mean, well, we are adults. I mean, and when it's a party at Josh's, it usually starts with like, "Oh, there's 3 of us." And then all of a sudden, there's like everyone's here, and you're like, "What the hell?" So
It also
it
usually
makes
is
sense.
like,
It
also usually starts with, "Oh yeah, we'll meet you at 4, 9:00 at night."
I'll have to find out what
That
that's
is so
like
true.
someday.
We're horrible people. I mean, that's so. It's not all on him. It's actually mostly on us.
I know you're like
Oh,
complaining. He makes us clean up. Yeah, because it's 4 a.m. by the
Yes!
time we're leaving.
Oh man.
So pretty much, we are the party Thor, and he is the responsible person. So that makes sense. That makes
Oh
sense.
my God.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, I think we have nowhere else to go now.
I think we're running out.
Well, all right. So tomorrow we have Star Trek Lower Decks Watch Along. Again, more of a silly, funny animated show. There is also just for all of you Star Wars fans to be aware, Star Wars Vision has dropped. You've got all of the anime Star Wars episodes. Very freaking cool show. Super unique. Definitely recommend it. I think we're trying to figure something out for that, so we'll keep you updated. We will have the Illuminerdi wrestling show on Sunday. We've got our Power Ranger Sentai shows that exist. I'm not going to be able to tell you what they are.
Yeah, there's 20 of them.
There's a lot of good shows, and they're fun for Power Rangers people.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. That's what we're going to go with. And you can see us here again next week for the penultimate episode of season 1 of What If. What's it gonna be? I'm hoping we're gonna get some answers about that crazy ending. Because
we'll find out.
We're gonna get Gamora. We're gonna get Gamora next week. I'm just saying it right now.
I think so
right.
too. I'm gonna be so confused if we don't get Gamora's
I think I've
backstory.
been that way.
Right?
I hope so.
Like, you got to get Gamora's backstory if she's part of the Guardians of the multiverse.
Right.
Otherwise,
For
it's
sure.
like, oh, by the way, this is Gamora.
Like
What?
the Soul Stone in Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty much.
That'd be so mean, having her be the Soul Stone of this situation.
Oh God, that'd be so messed up.
Oh.
That would be wow.
But that's not even fair because it's like, well, Ultron was the one looking, and they're like, yeah, he still has to kill you. Wait, why me? I'm not even connected to him. Sorry, you know.
Also, I feel like we need the Gamora episode because she's literally like Nebula's been in 2 and she's been in none at this point. I'm like, we gotta get Gamora. Come on.
Yeah,
Seriously.
So I definitely
Seriously.
agree with you. I am hoping we're getting Gamora next week. And again, you guys, for Hawkeye, we will be having those watch-alongs over on Twitch.
Yeah.
Definitely keep joining us for those. We love having you guys on here with us. And
That'd be great.
we will see you next week for some crazy what if that I'm assuming is not going to be nearly as silly as this one was.
Probably depressing a little bit.
A little bit, right? I mean,
Oh.
2 to 3 out of 9 as silly. Okay.
Yeah.
Marvel. All right.
can take it.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See ya.
Good night.